to my channel. It's new. So welcome to Words with Water. I've been wanting to start this channel for some time now, and finally just got a final push from a Virgo. It's like, you need to read tarot cards. You have a gift. I said, okay. So I decided to do it. Here I am. And let me just say, I love earth sign energy. I don't have any in my chart. So it's always welcome energy. You guys definitely help balance me out, you know, in my friendships that I have with earth signs. Any kind of interaction, really, that I have with earth signs. You know, I have a ton of water in my chart, and it's always nice to get a little grounded sometimes, because I ain't gonna lie, I can be out there sometimes. Oh, Taurus, go ahead and get your soft little blanket and cuddle up, grab your little snack or something for a little while. Let's hang out. This is going to be for Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars for the month of January 2020. I know you guys have been on your grind. I know it. You always are. And I have mad respect. Mad respect for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Y'all be on it. And a lot of times whenever I have needed guidance as far as like ways to move forward or grow business or anything like that, I have reached out to earth signs, and I just love the no nonsense practical advice that you guys give to people. So let's kind of tap in here and see what is going on for you guys in January. What is going on for Taurus? All right. So we had this one come out first. Whoa. Okay. All right, Taurus. Here we have triumphant success. I'm definitely getting like Ace of Swords energy or King of Swords energy from this. And here we have Triumph. And this is definitely giving me some fire sign or fire energy. So you guys have been busy. Busy. You could have been starting some new businesses, some new ideas. But I feel like whatever it is that you've been working on or trying to move forward, whether that's business, could have even been relationships, or it could have been yourself. And the reason why I say that is you have the shadow card here, right? So it could have even been something where you have been fighting or struggling to overcome within yourself, and something that you have had to kind of take a step back and get in with yourself. Like, look, you can't be doing this, or this can't go this way. You have to stop this. And I'm sorry if there's glares on this, but Um, whatever it is that you've had to confront within yourself, I feel like you got some victory over it. And we're going to find out. We're going to try to find out what that is. Okay. Um, but I definitely see that you've had some success here. And you guys are more than welcome to comment below and just let me know like what you've been dealing with. I have a couple of Taurus friends, and I kind of have an idea of what has been going on in their lives that they've had to confront and deal with, some things that they've had to come to terms with, and some of them were very painful. And okay, real talk, y'all can be so stubborn. I mean, Taurus is a fixed sign. So it is really hard for y'all to let go of things sometimes, or any kind of change. No, likey. Likey. What is this triumphant success that Taurus has had? Ourselves, the universe, please speak to me clearly. Give me eyes to see. What is this triumphant success that Taurus has had? What is it that they have been playing with and had victory over? Or they are going to have victory over? Alright, so under your triumphant success, we got the Hermit, we got Justice, and we've got the Nine of Wands. So I definitely feel like some of you have had to go in and you've been really, really thinking in depth of what it is that you have needed to change, but you've been afraid to. You definitely had your guard up to that, and you tried to maintain some sort of balance, because things have whatever this is has felt like some sort of imbalance. But there is, whatever it is, there is justice in the situation. Maybe some of you have felt like you have been treated unfairly by someone, and it caused you to withdraw and kind of just go off into hermit mode. Heart of Virgo. You got the Hermit here. These cards are kind of dark, but I like dark cards sometimes. Yeah, you may have felt like you were treated unfairly, and it caused you to be, kind of guarded, and, you had to defend yourself. Maybe you had to defend yourself against something. And whatever that was victorious. Yeah, you got the King of Swords here. You have stood in your truth. And I said that here with the triumphant success that I was getting King of Swords energy. So you've had to stand in your truth about something. You've either had to stand in your truth about something with or towards someone else, or you have had to embrace your shadow side and admit a truth to yourself that you did not want to admit before. And it's taken you a lot to get here. I told you, you guys are stubborn as hell, and I know it. So any sort of change in behavior, patterns, anything like that is it's like an act of Congress to get you guys to do. But this King of Swords fell under triumph. So again, whatever this change is that you have had to make, or this realization that you've had to come to, there's going to be some justice, or there was justice, is justice, in triumphant success, victory in it. Is there anything else about this triumph for Taurus? Anything else for triumph for Taurus? The Emperor. You've stood your ground. No nonsense. No nonsense at all. You've stood in your power, your authority. But again, I'm feeling like for some of you, this is almost like the death of the ego. I would not be surprised if I saw the death card come out. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's keep going. Why is a shadow here for Taurus? What is this that they've had to confront? Six of Cups. Something from the past. This could be a past relationship. You know, maybe some of you have had someone coming back from the past that kept wanting to come back into your life. And maybe they brought out, not so much savory side of you. And you've had to let that go. You've had to let that, you've had to let that pain go. And I don't know, I just keep coming back and feeling like how hard it is. Change is hard sometimes. You got the Herald of Pentacles here, the Page of Pentacles. So this is a new offer. A new offer of commitment, or small offer of commitment. New ideas, new business ideas, anything like that. But this is falling under the shadow card. So that is definitely still making me feel like, this is something from the past that is trying to creep back in and come back in. And you've just kind of been like in your head about it, like, should I not? Should I not? Is this going to be good for me? Is this going to help me live up to everything that I have designed for my life to be? Because you guys are planners, along with Virgo and Capricorn. You guys are heavy planners, and if it doesn't fit, then it has to go. And it could definitely be something that you were very passionate about and that you wanted in your life, but you've had to have a talk with yourself. You had to have a talk with yourself and figure out, am I letting this go, or am I letting this in? What else for this shadow for Taurus, please? Give me one more card for the shadow for Taurus. One more card for the shadow for Taurus, please. Ooh, that one went flying out. Yeah. Hold on. Here we got 10 of Wands. So you've ended. You've dropped a burden. which you've been obviously successful at. I see that all over this table. But you've dropped the burden, the conflict, and yeah, just moving forward. Let me see. Let me see if I can get us a little more information here. Let's see. Get us a little more information so we can see things a little more clearly. Yeah. All right. What's this Hermit card here for Taurus? Why is the Taurus? Why is the Hermit card here for Taurus, please? Why is the Hermit card here for Taurus? Well, these had to pop out. All right. Ooh, that was a lot. You had 5 cards pop out on this Hermit. So we have the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Swords. You guys, I set it up here again with triumphant success. You've had to stand in some sort of truth about something. And I feel like, you know, with all of this 9 of Wands to 10 of Wands, then you got the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Swords. You've got this triumphant success. You've got this triumph, this man with all this red, and he's charging on this horse. Whatever this is, I feel like y'all went off. Like, you probably just went off on somebody. And you know what they say about Taurus. When they get mad, it's like a bull in a china shop. I can only imagine. I have never had a Taurus go off on me. But one of my friends, he's a Taurus, and I have seen him go off. And believe you me, I do not want to be in the path of that, okay? So, clarifying the Hermit, we have the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Swords, then we have the Sun card. We have the 3 of Cups. And we have the 7 of Swords. So, I almost feel like, okay, this is kind of out the way, but I almost feel like there could be some sort of, like, a pregnancy involved. Like, did somebody find out somebody cheated and got pregnant? Or they got somebody pregnant? Because, you know, we got the 7 of Swords here. And that's, like, stealing, thievery, lies, deception. I don't know. That's just kind of what I'm picking up with that right there. I don't know. But some of you could also be celebrating this success, this triumph that you had, you know, over some sort of deception. And you were able to move away from it because, again, you got 10 of Wands here. You dropped the burden from the past. So, yeah. What is this Justice card here for? What is the Justice card here? Or some of you could be finding out you're pregnant and maybe it was an accident. You didn't mean for it to happen. I don't know. You tell me. Leave it in the comments. Why is the Justice card here for Taurus, please? Why is the Justice card here for Taurus? Why is the Justice card here for Taurus? Yeah, 7 of Cups reversed. So you've come out of illusion about something, and you made a decision. This is clarifying the justice card. You've made a decision that you feel like is right for you. And you decided to, yeah, just kind of keep it moving, work on yourself, work on yourself. And I really don't feel like, nothing here really is screaming to me that this is like business or work related. I feel like this is definitely something in the more personal realm, dealing with yourself and, maybe someone else. And maybe you or somebody else had a lot of options that you could choose from, but there's been a stop put to that, and there's been a firm decision made, a very, very firm decision made. Why is the Nine of Wands here for Taurus, please? Why is the Nine of Wands here for Taurus? Speak to me clearly. Give me honest to see it. Why is the Nine of Wands here for Taurus? Nine of Wands here for Taurus. Okay. Yeah, the Moon card come out in reverse. And the Hangman come out in reverse. Yeah, some of you have realized about some sort of deception here going on, and you are moving away from it. You are like, hell to the nah. I'm not rocking with it. I'm not getting down with it like that. This is how this is going to be. You're not going to do this to me. You're not going to treat me this way. I'm not going to be in this kind of relationship. And yeah, some of it could be, some of you could have been in a third party situation, because we did have the Three of Cups here. So that could very well be it. Why is the King of Swords here? What did Taurus go off about? What did they go off about? Higher self, universe. What truth? King of Swords. You got the King of Swords clarifying the King of Swords. Y'all went off. And I love it, man. I love it. Look, story time. Not story time, but let's take a break for a second. I'm somebody that absolutely believes in every person living their truth and speaking their truth. Is everybody gonna like that? No. But you know what? It keeps down the confusion. It knocks out all the unnecessary drama, heartache, pain. If people would just speak up and say what it is that they mean and what is in their heart, and be truthful about it. Like, I can't, I used to talk to my grandma when she was living. I miss her so much, but we both used to sit up there and say, like, I can't stand a liar. We both would say that's two things I can't stand: a liar and a thief. What else we got here? Knight of Wands. Yeah. You took action, forward action, and spoke that truth. Spoke that truth and stood in that Emperor power. What is the Six of Cups here for? What is the Six of Cups here for Taurus? What is the Six of Cups here for Taurus? Ten of Pentacles. So this was something or someone you probably felt like this person or this situation, whatever it is, you probably felt like it was everything that you ever wanted. This relationship, this person was everything that you ever wanted, and you probably felt very secure. Probably felt very secure, and you know, there was some deception, lies, some deceit going on, and you realize it. You became knowledgeable about it, and it's probably just not worth it to you. And I don't blame you. I'd have pieced out too. What is this Herald Pentacles here for? Page of Pentacles. What is this here for Taurus, please? What is this here for Taurus for? Okay, you want to come out. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see that. Three of Swords. So definitely some heartbreak going on here. Somebody's heart was broken. Broke your heart. I mean, it could very well be the other person. You know, all of this could be flip-flopped in reverse. But I really feel like it's you that has had your heart broken, and you have moved on and dropped it. Why is the Ten of Wands here for Taurus? Why is this Ten of Wands here for Taurus? Why is the Ten of Wands here for Taurus, please? Anything else for the Ten of Wands for Taurus? Anything else for the Ten of Wands for Taurus? You got the Two of Swords. A lot of you didn't see it coming. You didn't see this betrayal, this deception coming. You didn't see it. Or you saw it, but chose to turn a blind eye to it. And pretend like you didn't see it, or like it wasn't happening. So anything else for this Ten of Wands? Yeah. Yeah, the Two of Cups. So it's a lot of twos. Well, you got two twos here, but yeah. There was a relationship. And maybe again, third party. You didn't see it coming. And this person that you were with was your everything. You saw your everything, end all be all in them with this Ten of Pentacles. And they did what they did and broke your heart. There's the High Priestess. So, yeah. I mean, that almost feels like, to me, like you felt like this was such a spiritual connection, and that you were able to manifest so many positive things with this person. And the whole time, well, I ain't gonna say the whole time, but apparently somebody had some other stuff going on that you didn't see coming. It broke your heart. It pissed you off. Because, like I said, you went slam off. This just feels like you just went. You went off. But you got that success now. You're not wasting your time anymore. You're not wasting your resources, your energy. You've got victory over that. You've got victory over your shadow side of not, or part, let me say, part of your shadow, not being able to let stuff go. You probably held on and fought so hard for it until finally you were like, you know what? Ain't nobody got time for this. So let's get you one more message here. Ourselves. What message can you give me? What is the message for Taurus? It's gonna get them on the correct path, keep them on the correct path, and get them into their true power. So, your last card for this reading is phenomenon. Phenomenon. It says, be still and listen to the spirits. You know that last card that came out was the High Priestess card, which is a very spiritual card. Um, I feel like a lot of you are so focused on the material realm, and a lot of times, I think particularly earth energies in general get so caught up in making money and building wealth and the security and stability of things. um and as a water dominant person, I would say to that material wealth is not everything, right? I would say to go inside. We had the Hermit card here earlier. Go inside and connect with yourself, your higher self. And maybe sometimes just get in a quiet place where you can meditate, where there's no noise, no children running around, no cars driving up and down the street by your window, no loud, noisy neighbors, and just sit quietly and listen. It's interesting. I was actually on a live last night with another reader she's a Taurus. She's a Taurus sun and rising. No, she's a Taurus moon and rising. And someone was asking about, like intuition and how to know when, these thoughts that we have is of ourselves, or if it's, like your higher self, or maybe a spirit guide, or someone trying to connect with you to give you a message. And the way she explained it, which I absolutely loved how she explained it, and I totally agree with. A lot of times, when we're in those places, when you think, right, you hear these words in your head. Some of us say, well, I was just thinking to myself. Or, I was sitting there and something said to blah, blah, blah. When the way she was explaining it is in moments like that when there is, a spirit guide or your higher self trying to relay messages to you. It comes in the form of a statement, like a flat out sentence, a directive. Whereas when it's ourselves, it comes in the form of a question. So, you can kind of think of it in terms of yourself, it's a question. Anything else, it's a statement. And I totally agree with that. So get with yourself, sit quietly, maybe put on some soothing music, just, clear your head, get you something warm to drink, put you some comfy PJs on, a soft, furry, fuzzy blanket, and just wrap up and just sit quietly and see what comes through. And I can tell you that, and this recently happened to me a few weeks ago. I was outside at work, and this thought popped in my head. and it told me to talk to someone, a specific person, about something that I had been going through. And I just kind of turned my head and looked to the side, and I was like, really? And it was like, yes. And so I listened to that, and I reached out to the person, and I mean, here we are, fast forward 3.5 weeks, and just in that 3.5 weeks, just from me reaching out and talking to that person, my life has dramatically changed. I'm not going to go into all the details, but I will say, just get somewhere, get quiet, and listen, and see what comes in. And if it connects, apply it. Okay? That is your reading for January. Check back soon. I should have up mid-months for January. I'm glad that you stopped in. I hope that you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you can be notified, and I look forward to seeing you guys here in a few weeks. Have a great holiday. I love you guys. Bye.